Never would have thought we'd make it here. Please know, wherever this life goes, this will be your home. You're never alone, my love. Remember, you're always enough. Hold on and never give up. You're never alone. Wherever this life goes, wherever this life goes. Take heart, love.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, will you please stand to receive the bride?
There goes my heart beating, 'cause you are the reason I'm losing my sleep. Please come back now. And there goes my mind racing, and you are the reason that I'm still breathing. I'm hopeless now. I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see that you are the reason. There goes my hand shaking, and you are the reason. My heart keeps bleeding, and I need you now. And if I could turn back the clock, I'd make sure the light defeated the dark. I'd spend every hour of every day keeping you safe, and I'd climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you, fix what I've broken. Oh, 'cause I need you to see that you are the reason.
Please be seated. Do the kids want to try and get seated? That's it. Everyone have a seat. My name is Wilson Butler. I'm a registered marriage celebrant in Scotland, and I'll be conducting Dean and Amanda's wedding ceremony. Dean and Amanda have chosen a humanist ceremony in order to celebrate their commitment to each other. And I was delighted to be asked to conduct Dean and Amanda's wedding ceremony today, as they've decided to have a ceremony that reflects how they feel and their belief in loving and respecting one another. They've chosen the content and structure themselves. It's intended to be relaxed and informal, so we can all enjoy the experience and make it truly a day for them to remember for the rest of their lives. So it's my great pleasure to welcome you all here to celebrate and witness this marriage and also to enjoy the beautiful and unique surroundings here at the Busby Hotel for this happy occasion. Dean and Amanda would like to express their sincere thanks to everyone, especially those who have travelled a distance to be with them on this their special day. Quite simply, the ceremony about the things that bring us together in life rather than things that might divide us. And one of those things is the love that exists between two people who have chosen to spend their lives together. Dean and Amanda have decided to celebrate their relationship in a way that's personal and uniquely special to them, reflecting who they are as people and how they wish to live their lives. However, we hope that each of you, whatever your beliefs, will enjoy this occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, you must all be very special to this couple, because they've asked you to be here today to share their happiness and their joy as they take these important steps together, publicly declaring their love and commitment to one another. This will be a wonderful day, and it's our privilege to be here to enjoy it with them. Amanda and Dean, this gathering is made up of people who've played important parts in your lives. They're your family and your friends, the roots of your lives, and help create the people that you have become today. And as you speak the words that will unite you in a few minutes' time, remember those here today. By their presence, you know that in good days and bad, you'll never be alone. Now, as part of your involvement in this inclusive ceremony, could I ask Mick, the best man, to please bring the wedding rings forward, then hand them on to you in a box, and Amanda and Dean would be honoured if you'd each take a few moments to hold and warm their wedding rings, and perhaps add your own thoughts, wishes and hopes for their marriage. To then pass the rings on so they can make their way back to Mick in time for the vows. So if you just pass them on, just pass the rings round, Mick. Now, I believe some of our guests here are from Glasgow, so you'll notice we've got two rings going. Let's make sure we get two coming back. We've got a wee problem. Mick, just hand the rings over. Yeah, just sit down, you're fine. That's fine. So how did this come about? Well, I'm about to tell you. Our loving couple first met back in 2019 at a charity dance night in the Lord Nelson pub in Thirsk. Amanda, who used to live in Thirsk, was visiting her friends Vicky and Sharon. And as it turned out, Vicky's wife Sharon, or as she's known to her friends Bud, worked beside Dean and had asked him to come along as well. Now, first impressions can be important, and what did Amanda think of Dean? Well, what she did notice was that he kept looking at her. And what did Dean think of Amanda? Quite simply, he thought she was beautiful. It'll come as no surprise that they soon started chatting away to each other and had a great time. That was on the Friday night, and on the Sunday the girls arranged to have a barbecue, and of course Dean was asked along. Now, as it turned out, Dean was the only male there, and the only one that wasn't drinking, because he was driving. Again, they got on very well, exchanged numbers, and may even have shared their first kiss. Or was that at the darts? They started to see each other and meet up in Carlisle at weekends, but I'm afraid COVID-19 and the lockdown slowed things down a wee bit. However, in October 2020, Dean managed to secure a job in Glasgow and moved in with Amanda to her home in East Kilbride. The romance had officially started and went from strength to strength. Now, as we know, they both work hard in their respective professions and consequently enjoy their holidays and breaks away, having visited Corfu, Mallorca, Turkey and the beautiful locations around Loch Lomond. But it was getting to that time in the relationship that the subject of marriage was discussed. Well, Amanda discussed it and Dean just listened. Of course, Dean knew that Amanda was the only one for him and decided to propose. But first things first, being the gentleman that he is, he would speak with Carol. And what was Carol's reply? You can have her. Do you know who you're letting yourself in for? Now, being the romantic that Dean is, he decided he would propose when they were on holiday in Corfu. Well, let's call it a woman's intuition, but Amanda knew there was something up. She thought Dean was either going to propose or break up. To be honest, the holiday didn't get off to a good start because they tried to land 3 times before they were diverted to Athens. However, you'll be pleased to know they eventually arrived at the hotel, and later Dean picked his moment when they were sitting on a small balcony, got down on one knee and asked Amanda to marry him. And what was Amanda's response? Will you get up and stop embarrassing me? However, I believe a big yes and kiss soon followed, and then round of applause from a German couple who were sitting nearby. And then phone calls to family and friends to tell them the good news. Now, I sometimes ask couples of their likes and dislikes of one another, which can be quite revealing. Amanda thought Dean was tall and interesting. He's just really a nice guy. He's popular, fun to be around, and a great dad to Brett. He's kind and caring and keeps Amanda calm. And at times can be a wee bit weird in a nice sort of way. Dean thought Amanda was beautiful, caring and considerate. She puts others before herself. She's friendly with a lovely personality. She's a great mum to Paris and Lewis. And Dean struggled to say anything that really bothered him about Amanda. But you'll be pleased to know he managed. She can snore for Scotland. And she's always got a phone stuck to her ear, usually talking to Leslie, who she spends 8 hours a day with at work. Now, it's evident from my first meeting with them that Amanda and Dean have been lucky enough to find such a sincere, honest, trusting and loving relationship. There's a feeling that both have found their other half, and there's definitely a spark between them, which I think brings out the best in each other and is displayed here today. And that, dear friends, is the very abridged story of Dean and Amanda's relationship today, with the next chapter of their life together about to commence in front of your very eyes. This marriage will join 2 people who trust the love that they've found. It is a partnership in which each can grow and be their true selves while sharing in the development of each other. It is a statement to all those around them of what the 2 of them know, namely, they found such love, friendship and support that they wish to share for the rest of their lives. The marriage ceremony provides the opportunity for you, their family and friends, together in one place to impart this message of love and commitment, and for everyone to celebrate the happiness of the married couple. Now, Amanda is so pleased that her mum Carol is here to see her walk down the aisle to marry the man who means so much to her. And I know it will have been a source of great pride and pleasure for Amanda to be escorted by her son Lewis on this special occasion. In many cultures, there's a tradition for the bride to be given away. But in reality, of course, there's no giving away, because Amanda and Dean have already given their hearts to one another. And then we have our bridesmaid with us today, Paris, Amanda's beautiful daughter. And I'm sure you'll agree, she's looking so resplendent, Amanda could ask for no finer a young lady to be by her side. And let's not forget about the little people amongst us, our beautiful flower girl, Azaria, and our handsome page boys, Kingsley, Reno and Charlotte. And I'm sure you will agree, they will have made many people here today very proud. Dean is well supported by his best man Mick and his groomsmen Brett, his son, Gordon, Christopher and Paul, who've done a first-class job today, managing to get him here on time and in one piece. Well done, gentlemen. And I think it's also appropriate at this point that we remember the loved ones who cannot be with us today. In particular, Amanda's father Gordon and Dean's parents Anne and Duke. And I have absolutely no doubt they would have been so very proud of Amanda and Dean on this their special day. And also Amanda's Aunt Christine, who recently passed. But we're also surrounded by Dean and Amanda's family and friends. Some of you have known them their entire lives and some for only a few years. But no matter how long or in what circumstances, you form the community within which their marriage will be lived. Now at this point, to represent love and sharing, Amanda and Dean are going to have a traditional hand fasting, and I'll be placing 2 ribbons representing both their families around their joined hands as a way of confirming their union. Okay, could you move that way a wee bit? Is that okay? Dean, you put your hands like that. Amanda, you put yours like that. Up a wee bit, that's it. Okay, catch it with your thumb, grip with your thumb. That's it. Thumb, grip with your thumb. Thumb, grip with your thumb. Thumb, grip with your thumb. Well done. These are the hands of your best friend, strong and full of love for you. They're holding yours on your wedding day, as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. Hands that have loved and will love and cherish you through the years. And these are the hands that will continue to hold you in times of fear or grief, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. Hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. And lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged, will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. Hand fasting is an ancient Celtic marriage ritual, and if you've ever wondered where the expression tying the knot came from, well, now you're about to find out. It is a symbolic way of showing that they are joined to one another, and although originally the idea was that they be betrothed for a year and a day, Amanda and Dean's hand fast will be for life. So keep a firm grip of the ribbon with your thumb and your forefinger, and see your 2 hands as pull them towards you. Pull, 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 pull. Hold that hand up and that hand up. Dean and Amanda have just tied the knot. We now come to the focal part of this ceremony, when Dean and Amanda will make their vows to each other and will exchange rings. And thank you all for warming Dean and Amanda's wedding rings. When they exchange them, they'll feel the warmth you have left, and the moment they exchange them, in the future and forevermore. These rings are a symbol of the unbroken circle of love. Love freely given has no beginning and no end. Love freely given has no giver and no receiver. For each is a giver and each is a receiver of that love. Amanda and Dean, these rings will become part of you and will remain in your hands for the lifetime of your relationship. Your hands will age and your rings will wear, but the symbolism the ring embodies and the bond that you share will remain. Mick? Okay. could you take Amanda's hand, please? Thank you, Mick. Both hands. Dean, please repeat these words after me. Amanda, here in the presence of our family and friends,
Amanda, here in the presence of our family and friends,
I promise my continued love and care
I promise my continued love and care
during our journey together through life.
during our journey together through life.
I'll be your loving partner and best friend.
I'll be your partner and best friend.
I give you this ring as a token of my love for you,
I give you this ring as a token of my love for you,
and as I give you my hand to hold,
and as I give you my hand to hold,
I give you my heart to keep.
I give you my heart to keep.
Okay, put the ring on. That's it. Mick. Thank you, Mick. Please take a seat. Amanda, please repeat these words after me. Dean, here in the presence of our family and friends,
Being here in the presence of our family and friends,
I promise my continued love and care
I promise to continue love and care
during our journey together through life.
during our time together.
I'll be your loving partner and your best friend. I give you this ring as a token of my love for you, and as I give you my hand to hold, I give you my heart to keep. Okay? Put the ring on. continue to hold hands. Dean, please make a legal declaration to Amanda and repeat after me. I, Dean Vinter, accept you, Amanda Morton,
I, Dean Vinter, accept you, Amanda Morton,
to be my lawful wedded wife in marriage.
to be my lawful wedded wife in marriage.
Amanda, please make a legal declaration to Dean and repeat after me. I, Amanda Morton, accept you, Dean Vinter,
I am at the moment accepted sinner.
to be my lawful wedded husband in marriage. Following the declarations made before me, and in the presence of these witnesses, it is now my pleasant duty, Dean and Amanda, to declare you married and pronounce you husband and wife. Dean, you may now kiss your bride! Upstanding, as it gives me the greatest of pleasure to present to you for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. Vinter! Please be seated. This has got another 2 hours to go. On behalf, I'm sure you've all felt warmed by this occasion and recognise today as being a meaningful day for everyone here. Brought your families together and reunited friendships. We always reflect upon these proceedings and recall the happiness of this day. Finally, I would like to give my own personal good wishes to Dean and Amanda, and if I may give some advice, particularly directed towards Dean, with the following short poem. To keep your marriage brimming with love in the loving cup. Whenever you're wrong, admit it. Whenever you're right, shut up. On behalf of Mr. and Mrs. Vinter, I'd like again to thank you all very much for being here on this very special occasion. The bride and groom will now have some photographs taken before they make their way to the reception. And would you be kind to be upstanding again, as it gives me the greatest of pleasure to present to you once again Mr. and Mrs. Vinter!
Right, so first of all, thank you everybody for coming to my big day. but in all seriousness, brilliant couple. Big round of applause for that happy couple. So, I've been told over the past few months that I have to watch what I say because there's certain people that are here. Some things I can't say might offend some people, so...
Just say what you want.
I never listened to a word my mum said and I'm going to say it anyway. So, first of all, we'll start with Dean. Okay? So, first time I met Dean, I was 18, just about turned 18. Didn't touch a drop of alcohol.
Lies.
Is that lies?
I will get lucky, my bit. Oh, yeah, my Viagra.
Manny Carly gave me hers of Viagra one night, so...
Just alcohol.
Aye, but ever since Dean's came into our lives, I think we can all say...
I don't need
that... No, we don't need Viagra. It's mostly been good. Dean always talks about how his family, whenever you meet them, will take you down to Middlesbrough. You know, you meet everybody, for example, when we went to Stag Do, you meet everybody and they're all brilliant. And then you meet Paul. That's it, the whole house knackered after that. You meet the other side of the Now family and everybody's fantastic. Besides one or two. But no, I think one very important thing for the time that I've known Dean anyway, and we sort of knew that we were all going to become a family, was the night we were watching the Donald Trump and Hingway election. We were watching the election, we're sitting watching however many votes have gone through, and stayed up to stupid o'clock in the morning. And we sort of realised we were becoming a family when I was like, right, I'm shattered, I'm going to go to my bed. And Dean sort of stumbled and went, alright, good night son, oh, good night Lewis. Right, okay, so we're becoming a family now, and it was very, very big because sort of knew that was it, we were all becoming one. The whole thing was fucked then. I believe...
Got the microphone now.
Ever since Dean's moved up to Scotland, what can we say? We've been trying to teach him some Scottish power. And he's been trying his best. He's started saying a few weeks ago, what was it? We can see him out the window. And an English accent. You don't even know what that is, do you, Paul? The window. He's caught on to a few words and he knows the ad-libs for Sweet Caroline up in Scotland. Put it that way. He knows the F and Jeffins in the middle. Guys, I don't know what else to say about Dean, to be fair. And then we'll move on to my lovely mother.
Hey! First of all, I would like to say how proud I am of her and how beautiful she looks today. What can I say? She's got a heart of gold. Because, as the humanist said earlier on, you know, whenever COVID was happening, they would go down, they would meet in Carlisle. She would be away for 5 days at a time. Whenever she left, it would be me and Greg in the house. See, when she came back, it was still me and Greg in the house because he fucking stayed there most of the time. But I don't really want my boys told, so I'm not going to say that. But
just once again, a big round of applause for a happy couple.
And up next today we have Paris.
Mine's is on my phone, sorry. Okay, hi everyone. Lucy's just dead funny. I'm going to start crying. I can feel it already. So sorry. I'd just like to start by saying thanks to everyone for coming. I know a lot of you've made a long journey, and especially Scotland, that's a bit more rough than usual. And how amazing everyone looks, even the English people in kilts.
-1.
And also the amazing and serious effort and hard work that my mum and Dean have both put in to making today the most special day that they can. All the hours and hard work and extra shifts and everything they could do just to have this happy day celebrated with everyone means so much to me and the rest of the family. So thanks everyone for coming, and thanks to my mum and Dean. So I'm also going to start with Dean. So, if you don't live with me and my mum, you won't know, but whenever I address Dean, it's usually as Deanie Bum. So this is my Deanie Bum here today getting married. So, from the moment me and Dean met, he always knew I was a bit of the wild child. Well, he was picking me up drunk from a party, flinging me out the shower drunk, passed out asleep, or while he was just coming in for a chat to make sure I was doing alright. Dean has always supported me, whether it's been I've decided I'm coming in and moving to Australia next week, whether I've quit my job, whether I've moved to France and not told anyone, whether I've dyed my hair. Dean has always been my #1 supporter with no questions asked. I could come in and tell Dean I had my leg chopped off and he would believe me and support everything about it. It doesn't matter what I say, and he would always be there to help. Since Dean has been in my mum's life, he's totally turned it around. I've never seen someone gain the world of confidence that my mum has. And she's so strong and she's so much more outgoing, and every single day I just think about how happy it makes her. And every day my mum can never go on enough about how much they're so proud of each other. I've never seen two people that are more passionate and positive about life, and I'm so happy that they get to do it together. And I also just want to thank you both for your continuous, unconditional love that you show me and my brother and Brett every single day. To my mum. My mum is honestly my hero. Since I was born, she's taught me every single thing I know about being a young woman, and one day I hope I can be half the woman that she is. And mums are always meant to be your best friend, but I can honestly say my mum is that and a little bit more. Always running about after me and Luce, whether we were cheerleading or football or anywhere else. And if this wasn't our wedding, she'd probably be picking both of us up after that as well. But seriously, my mum is honestly the best little woman kicking, and I couldn't tell you who would deserve so much happiness more than her. Her and Dean together is like a rainbow over our family, and it's something that I think we've all needed. That extra bit of love and affection that they both give to everyone is unmatched, and I couldn't tell you two people that deserve this more. I've watched my mum blossom into the happiest woman that she's ever been, and I firmly, honestly believe and tell everyone that everyone deserves the love that Dean gives my mum every day. And just before we finish off, my mum told me 2 rules for this speech. Run it over my Auntie Ashley, which I've done. And #2, no swearing. So let's all have a good night and let's get fucking steaming!
Up next, ladies and gentlemen, it's a man who needs no introduction, but we'll give him one anyway. It's your groom.
How do I follow that? Well, I've written it down because I was told off Amanda not to do anything I've written because I do it wrong. So it's all written down, so I'll say it and see how we go. I'd like to start by welcoming you all to this lovely venue for the coming together of me and my lovely bride, who I can now call the Mrs.
Speak slowly.
Oh, sorry. I'll speak slowly for the Scottish, sorry. I know that many of you have travelled some distances to be here. Some of you from south of the border and some from north of Scotland. We both appreciate the effort you've gone to. I would like to say a special thank you to a few people who have made this day very special. Sorry, I've got a bit of Firstly, I'd like to thank Lewis, who made his mum so proud today by walking her down the aisle. I won't mention the speech, but it was great. Since I first met Lewis, he's always been there for his mum, whether it's be a cuddle when she's feeling down or a trip down to Morrison's for a bottle of milk. He's always welcomed me and made me feel part of the family home, for which I'm eternally grateful, so he's a credit to his mum. Now, Paris, I'd like to thank you for the kind words today and for being your mum's bridesmaid. This has made the day more special by including the children in the ceremony. What can I say about Paris? As we're short of time, I'll do the short version. Paris has a heart of gold and lights up the room when she walks in. She is the life and soul, and you'll probably hear her before you see her. Like Lewis, she's always made me feel welcome and made my move to Scotland so much easier than it may have been, so thanks for that. We now come to my mother-in-law. Got be careful what I say here. Carol, I know, yeah. Carol, you're the matriarch of the family. I'd like you to thank you for giving me a blessing. I visited Carol one Saturday morning and asked if I had her permission to ask Amanda's hand in marriage. Her answer was not like the dialogue in the epic Hollywood films that you see, but more like a response from Still Game. Do you know what you're getting yourself into? Well, the answer to that question is yes, because Amanda makes me complete. Now to my son Brett, on the end. He's a little nervous today, as he did think that he would have to make a speech, but don't worry, you escaped that, I'm sure. Brett has made me proud since the day he was born. He's grown into a fine young man, and a person who makes me feel proud to call him my son. I still remember when he was 4 or 5, and he'd run up and cuddle me and say, "Dad, I love you. I'm going to live with you forever." Well, thankfully, he didn't. He didn't keep his promise. But it looks like the stepson, Lewis, is down following that step, and he is going to live with us forever.
No. I'll move in with my Uncle Paul. Good luck, guys. Good luck.
You've got a spare room, you'll be fine. And a bar. Brett, thank you for being there. And being here today for me, for being my son. Love you to bits, and I think I need to say that more often. This is the scary part of the speech. When I thank Mick for being here as my best man. Mick has been my best man since the age of 17. We met through mutual friends, and Mick has always been there for me. We don't see much of each other these days, but that's what makes mates the best mates. The fact that if I ever need anything, I know Mick will be there for me. So I'd like to thank you, Mick, for being present today to support me on this wonderful occasion. I hope you continue to be my best mate following your speech. I'd also like to give a couple of mentions to people who could not be here today. Gordon, who was Amanda's dad. I did not have the good fortune of meeting Gordon, but whenever I hear Amanda and the family talk about him, they always have a smile on their face, and it's always happy conversations. I would like to think that he would also give me his blessing to marry his daughter. Doug was my dad, and he would have loved Amanda. The reason being is because she makes me so happy. I've always got a smile on my face. My dad was my hero, and I do miss him every day. And my mum, she would have loved Amanda simply because she's Scottish. And my mum loved Scotland and often spoke fondly of her camping trips to Scotland as a child. I'd also like to mention Amanda's Auntie Christine. You would have lit up the occasion today, but I'm sure you're having a glass of 4 in celebration. Now to the main event. I would like to say a few words about my beautiful wife, Amanda Vinter. And where better to start than to say that you look absolutely stunning today in a dress that looks like it was made especially for you. I can definitely see how you fell in love with it the moment you set eyes on it, and it's always a bonus when it's the first one that you tried on. I have Sharon and Vicky to thank for meeting Amanda. I would ask by Sharon to attend a night out, which was a Darts charity night, so I managed to ask my mate Glenn for some signed memorabilia for the event and went along to first. I arrived and was told there would be me and 5 women going out. I was single and, to be honest, didn't know what to expect. We lasted about an hour in the event and then went on to the rest first. I started to take notice of Amanda, and let's face it, who wouldn't?
Exactly.
Anyway, at the end of the night, what? Yeah? Anyway, at the end of the night, I managed to build up the courage to grab her when she left the toilet. I'm not dead romantic, and I gave her a kiss. Amanda said that kiss changed her life. And that kiss over the coming weeks and months, we saw more and more of each other, and to be honest, the time we spent apart was becoming harder and harder. I made the decision to move to Scotland. The rest is history, and here we are. Amanda often asks me what do I see in her, and I always make comments about her anatomy, but obviously I won't do that in present. But the truth is, she makes me complete. Before meeting Amanda, I was fussy when it came to women, believe it or not. In my older years, obviously. Leave off the speech of me. But when I met Amanda, it all seemed perfect. She listens to me moan after a bad day at work, and she seems genuinely interested. We spend hours watching rubbish TV together. We love our holidays away together, whether it be Carlisle or Turkey. The common denominator in all this is Amanda. That's why I love her, because she's always there for me. She will hold my hand, tell me she loves me, and just be there for me. She makes me feel so special, and I hope I make her feel special in return. I want to grow old with her and build on the memories that we have created and make the years come even more special. I rarely show emotion, but Amanda brings the best of me. Amanda says that I make her feel calm, but in return she makes me feel so special. And for this I'll love you forever. Amanda is a final piece of my jigsaw, and I cannot imagine life without her by my side. So can I ask you all to raise a glass to my beautiful wife, Amanda? And that's it, thank you.
And last but not least, today we've got your best man, Mick.
No, I know I'm supposed to roast Dean. I'm just going to tell a couple of stories. I've known Dean 35, 36 years. And I haven't got my glasses off. I can't read your writing, Dean. We played football for 20 years. We tried Dean in most positions, he wasn't very good. He normally stood about two or 3 feet from the line, hoping the ball would hit him and go in so he could celebrate. And that was Dean's thing. He didn't move around a lot, but as long as he was involved. That was the main thing. He was also, we were also each other's wingman in our earlier days. When we were on holiday, I always remember I was chatting up a girl, and she had a friend, and I brought this girl over. Dean was there, a little inebriated, as usual, and I asked Dean, I can't read me on. And I brought this girl over. She was really, really nice. This is when I was straight. I mean, it's quite awkward now, but this is when I was straight. And I brought this girl over. I thought, I'll get him fixed up. And Dean says, his words were, I'm fixed up tonight, but I'm all right tomorrow. It didn't go down very well with me, and I don't think I've seen them again that week. So, is he all right in a crisis, Dean? Well, not really. I remember him coming round my house, which he used to do all the time, come round for a cup of tea. I can't read that anyway. And he come round my house, and we were having a cup of tea, and my son was walking around the house. He was only a toddler at the time, and And he's
That's not me, that's his son.
yeah. And he's walking round and he fell, my son, and hit the door and cut his head open. So I grabbed my son, put a towel on his head, he cut his head open, and I got my son on my lap, trying to calm him down, and I asked Dean to ring an ambulance. So he walks to the phone, picks the phone up, then comes back to me and asks me what the number was. But apart from that, he's a great guy. And I wish them all the best. And can we raise a glass for Dean and Amanda? Thank you.
How long will I love you? As long as stars are above you, and longer if I can. How long will I need you? As long as the seasons need to follow their plan. How long will I be with you? As long as the sea is bound to wash upon the sand. How long will I want you? As long as you want me to.
Ladies and gentlemen, really good with them to make the reigning concert tonight.
Longer by far. How long will I hold you? As long as your father told you. As long as you can. How long will I give to you? As long as I live through you. However long you say. How long will I love you? As long as stars are above you, and longer if I may. How long will I love you? As long as stars are above you.
Ladies and gents, let's hear for your Crane Crew! Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the second song of this evening, your beautiful bride is going to have all the bands with blues.
Less than 1 minute. breaking my heart. I'm so in love with you. I'll be forever blue. That you give me no reason why you make me work so hard. That you give me no, that you give me no, that you give me no, that you give me no soul. I hear you calling, oh baby, please give a little respect to And if I should falter, would you open your arms out to me? We can make love not war, and live in peace with our hearts. I'm so in love with you. I'll be forever blue. What religion or reason could drive a man to forsake his lover? Don't you tell me no, don't you tell me no, don't you tell me no, don't you tell me no soul. I hear you calling, oh baby, please give a little respect to me. I'm so in love with you. I'll be forever blue. That you give me no reason. You know you're making me work so hard. That you give me no, that you give me no, that you give me no, that you give me no soul. I hear you calling, oh baby, please give a little respect to me. I hear you calling, oh baby, please give a little respect to me.
Dino! Where is he? Let's go, Reno the dance floor. Now, since it is Reno's birthday, I think we should sing happy birthday to him. Now, I'm going to start these off, and I want us all to join in. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Reno. Happy birthday to you. Hip, hip. Come on, look at that. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. We're going to sing it one more time because we're waiting for the cake to come out. So, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Reno. Happy birthday to you. Right, here we go again. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. With our candles and make a little wish. Yes, was that a good wish? Yes, so a good wish. Happy, is it 9th birthday? Happy 9th birthday. Now, before we go one more step, we'll get one more thing I've been asked to say. Happy retirement to Christine. Now, what I've been told to say is actually, Christine is now retired from the New College, Lancashire. She's been there for 39 years, and she's been the best boss ever, apparently. So we're going to play a song just for you, Christine.
We are searchlights we can see in the dark. We are rockets pointed up at the stars. We are billions of beautiful hearts. And you sold us down the river too far. What about us? What about all the times you said you had the answers? What about us? What about all the broken happy ever afters? What about us? What about all the plans that ended in disaster? What about love? What about trust? What about us? We are problems that want to be solved. We are children that need to be loved. We were willing, we came when you called. But man, you fool.